Today we'll be comparing the 5 pull-up bars by Gornation, which have 6 different applications. We have the Gornation pull-up station, and then we have the ones that you have to put into your ceiling or your wall, which are the multi and the uni. And then we have 2 more door pull-up bars, which are the extended and the hook it. So let's get into it. So we recently reviewed all of these products and a couple of things have become clear. So first of all, they have a similar style. They use a black powder coated steel. Looks very nice in my opinion. Besides that, they also have similar grips, so they feel similar on the hands, except for one outlier, which is the extended, which has a foam grip. They mostly have a 32mm grip, and also they all are similarly priced. They are in between 50 and 80 euros, with one outlier, which is the pull-up station by Gornation, which is from 300 euros. So where they differ the most is actually the use case for your specific home. So of course you do need the space for a pull-up station like this one, and you have to decide whether you can or whether you want to drill into your ceiling or wall or not. So first up is the Gornation pull-up station, and this one is definitely not just a pull-up bar. It's basically a home gym because the exercise variety on this one is crazy. You can also do push-ups over here on this thicker bar, which is very nice. Then also over here you have these things where you can basically do squats, and if you have a bench, you can also do bench presses. You can even buy a dip extension, which is also a thicker bar, and you can just put it in here and do your dips as well. So that's amazing. Plus you could also go for this 6-piece mat. You can also get that with the bar, which is very nice. Of course, pull-ups, chin-ups, you can also do muscle-ups on this one and some statics as well, and it's a super stable bar, and you can even make it more stable if you put some weights on this thing. So basically this one, it can do so much. It's an amazing piece of equipment. So now onto the wall and the ceiling mounted pull-up bars, which are the multi and the uni, and these all have the same width. They are 90 centimeters long, which means that it's nice for wide pull-ups. They are 32mm in diameter, which feels very nice on the hands. When you decide to hang up the multi onto your wall, you can choose the height, plus you get to do some neutral grip wide pull-ups, and you can do your normal pull-ups and chin-ups, plus some core exercises and all kinds of widths of exercises. But we found 2 complications, which is that it's actually hanging quite close to your wall, so you might just hit it with your legs or hips. Plus you can't do any lever-based exercises on this one. So now onto the Gornation pull-up bar uni. So this one actually fixes the problem of the wall, which we had with the multi, because you have space for your legs and for your body in between the door. And that means you get to more easily do some pull-ups at all kinds of widths, and also still the core exercises are very nice. But still with this one, because the door is kind of in your way when you're doing a skin the cat, for instance, lever-based exercises are still very hard to do. So when you hang the multi up onto your ceiling, you fix both problems. If you hang it up correctly, there will be nothing in your way when doing your exercises. Basically with this one, the only downside is that you can't decide how high the pull-up bar will be hanging. And if you do very explosive pull-ups, you can hit the ceiling. But for us, this is a perfect height. And with this one, you can do all of the exercises. So you can do pull-ups, chin-ups, you can do core exercises, and now you can also do your lever-based exercises. So basically this one from all of the mounted pull-up bars is our favorite. So onto the door pull-up bars. So with these you have to consider whether your door meets the requirements, like for instance the width or the depth of your door frame. So first we have the hook it, which basically you undo like this and then you just hook it onto your door frame, and then you have to adjust these things that are against your door frame, plus you have to make sure that these are placed correctly. This one is very nice. It is quite wide, so over here you can do your wide pull-ups. The diameter of this is 34mm and this one is 32. So basically the fact that this is thicker is nice for doing some false grip work, and over here you can easily do some lever-based exercises. Plus you can do all kinds of pull-ups and chin-ups and also your core exercises. But one thing also to consider is that sometimes when you're doing your pull-ups and swing a bit, or when you do your chin-ups, you're actually hitting the bottom bar, but this is not much of a problem. So one thing with both of the door pull-up bars is actually that relatively it's gonna be hanging lower when you're doing your pull-ups or chin-ups. Of course, the ceiling one or like your pull-up station are definitely higher than this, so you might have to bend your knees. So onto the extended, this one you just put in between your door and then you extend it. Of course, you actually can hang this one on several different heights. So if you want to do muscle ups, you can put it over here, and also you can do some straight bar dips. You can do some rows, and even if you put it very low, you can also do push-ups on it. One thing is that this one has a different grip, so the foam, it does feel nice, but one thing is that you can't actually go very wide on this one. On the hook it, you can go wider, so that's one difference, but the hook it, you can't hang on different heights, so this one definitely has more exercise variety. So apart from those additional exercises, you can also do your usual pull-ups and chin-ups with different kind of widths, and also you can do some core exercise like your toe touches. Plus with this one, you can also do your lever-based exercises. And when it comes to weight vests, those can be used on all of the pull-up bars, but when it comes to a weight belt, then actually they are not ideal with most pull-up bars. When you want to do pull-ups, weighted ones, then you can use the ceiling mounted multi. But if you want to do weighted pull-ups and dips, then you definitely have to go for the pull-up station. Aside from all of the pull-up bars, you can also add some extra tools, like for instance a resistance band to do some warm-ups. And when it comes to doing assisted work, with a lot of exercises, these can be very useful. But with, for instance, doing your pull-ups, it is very useful to be able to extend your legs, and then you would have to consider the height that your pull-up bar is hanging from. So when it comes to tools, we are a big fan of adding some gymnastics rings, because with that one, you can add some push exercises, like for instance your push-ups, your dips, and you can also do muscle-ups with it. Also, you can do some lever-based exercises, and with a lot of them, you can also do exercises to the side, like some rows for instance. But with the wall-mounted multi, with that one, you can only do exercise to the side, and you can't really do any push exercise like your dips or some muscle-ups. Also, the lever-based exercise can't be done because you're too close to the wall. So when it comes to the pricing, if you want to get the Gornation pull-up station, it will cost 300 euros. And if you want to add the dip extension, then that one will be 70 euros separately. But if you combine it in a bundle, it will be 350. So if you check out the multi, that one is 80 euros. And then when you go for the uni, it will be 60 euros. And the hook it is 70 euros, and the extended is 50 euros. So to conclude, basically the first thing you need to consider is whether you have enough space, whether your door, your ceiling and your wall are good quality. Basically all of the pull-up bars, they look very nice, they have a similar look to them, and also the grip is nice, they feel very stable. So basically all of them are good products. If you have the space and the money, then in our opinion there's a clear winner here, which is the pull-up station by Gornation, because it does everything that all of the other pull-up bars do, plus more. And basically, if you want to create your own home gym, then this one is definitely an awesome option. If you want a mounted pull-up bar, then we wouldn't go for the multi, which is hanging on your wall, because then you're hanging too close to the wall and you can't do any lever-based exercises. And if you want to drill into your wall, we would go for the uni, which is above your door, because then you have much more space. But when it comes to the mounted pull-up bars, we are the biggest fan of the ceiling mounted multi, because with that one, if you hang it up correctly, you have all the space you need and you can do all of the exercise on it. So then we would go for that one. If you want to go for a door pull-up bar, then the hook it has the advantage that it's wider, but for the rest, it's easy to hang up the extended on different heights, which actually makes for way more exercise variety, and then we would go for that one. So if you're interested in any of these products, then click the links in the description, and don't forget to use the CWW10 discount code for 10% off. And as said, we have reviewed these bars separately, so check out those reviews for more in-depth information, and we will see you in the next one. Have a good day.